guys, thanks for stopping by. So I believe we've had a pretty eventful month so far. So I think it makes sense to consult the Egyptian Cartouche, shall we? There's a lot that's been going on astrologically, cosmically, energetically, physically. So I mean, even the word month has lost its grip in reality because personally, I feel like time has been going by, has been just flying. So, without further ado, let's see. Today, I will read for Gemini. Alright, let me go ahead and channel Gemini's energy. Okay, I got 6. Alright, 6 it is. So, the talisman that I'm brought for today's reading is, I believe, Saint Michael. I'm a little hesitant because I'm not sure whether it's Michael or Gabriel, who's the warrior for good against evil. Okay, I believe that was 5. And 6. Alright, here, let me give you a close-up. There he is, or she, don't know. Piercing the spear inside the little devil. This is a Gnostic keychain. So this is kind of like a Gnostic Christian thing that was given to me from Egypt. So yeah, for those of you that are readers, Gnostic Christianity has some really nice reads. Okay, without further ado, let's get this started. I'll do the 5-point star spread facing you, Gemini. I'll explain as we go along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Okay, so now Uranus has been showing up a lot in the readings today. That's another thing that I've noticed, and so has Lotus. My goodness, these two have been coming hand in hand, which is kind of getting me excited, guys. Ooh, I remember when I was doing the readings pre-COVID, and I was getting upside set, and I was like, why do I keep getting set? And then I understand. Yeah, set represents chaos, and there was just a lot of chaos that happened. Anyway, moving on. The nature of the problem, situation, or question is Sirius. Sirius, you can imagine, is like, okay, Sirius is the brightest star in the sky, the brightest. And usually, depending on the season and the time, usually it's the first star to appear. So connecting those actions together into the symbolism, it's a very hard-working component. You can think of this as like, you know, the like divine masculine, in the sense where it's about discipline, it's about consistency. And so I'm going to go ahead and consult the book just because it's very interesting. I don't usually get Sirius in the first point of the star spread, so I'll go ahead and consult that. Okay, the number of Sirius is 15. A really pretty number. I really like the number 15. Okay, Sirius, universal awareness, adventure, stamina, physical strength. Universal awareness is the keynote here, the mind trained to comprehend other forms of existence outside the limited environment. Sirius energies bless their recipients with the spirit of pioneering and adventure, those who think ahead sufficiently to promote programs, the astronauts who carry the tasks through, and the far-seeing people who can envision a future in which technology could expand sufficiently to accommodate a consideration of and possible cooperation with intelligences of other species. Okay, these are all Sirius type things, but they belong perhaps more to the Aquarian future. Interesting, very interesting, guys. Physical energy and endurance are the practical qualities of Sirius. These may be manifested in sports, athletics, hard manual work, or any avenue of life where a strong pioneering spirit is required. Okay, interesting. Sirius type people are all for adventure and are willing to take the rough with the smooth. Okay, so I'm going to explain my interpretation of what I was reading. Sirius, the nature of the problem, situation, or question for you, Gemini, is that you're kind of looking ahead into the future, trying to understand where you can fit in a future that is rapidly developing. And in this case, you're also wondering, the stamina and the strength. Do I have it to continue? Am I going to be able to fit into the new Aquarian future, which is, everything is fast, but things are more connected. And so this is basically you thinking about, where do I fit in the new future, and how do I make it so that I'm able to not just survive but thrive? Okay, beautiful. Makes sense that you're asking these questions. And so the comment given right now is that time. Usually when I get Uranus, I also think that time has to pass before anything significant happens. And I've been getting this sign a lot. I've been getting this symbol so much for these past readings, because I really feel like we are in a moment of observing what is before us, observing, seeing what we have, gathering the information and knowledge, sensing whatever that needs to be sensed, and then acting, and then striking, just like the snake. She is the patron goddess of the mountain, if that means anything to you. And also, if you are a mountain person, when you go to a mountain, there is a silence. And also, there is like a sense of wisdom in the mountain. And Uranus is that. She is also the goddess of wisdom, but she is also another form of karma. She is the what goes around comes around kind of thing going on. So in the comment given, this is telling you that this future that you're envisioning for yourself, the place that you have in the future, it's going to take time and little bits and pieces of knowledge gathered over the time for you to act. Okay. Here, in factors to be considered, we have Earth. But this Earth is upside down, meaning it's not grounded Earth, meaning the water is falling, the sky is falling. In this case, this is imbalance. When we have Earth, there is an equal give and take. Whatever is given to the Earth is then reciprocated back. If there was water raining down on a dry place, over time it will be able to create life. And also over time, there's beautiful gems that start to appear because of the compression and all of these different checks and balances that goes into Earth. So to have Earth in reverse and factors to be considered is understanding that certain aspects right now are not fair. There is no equal give and take in a situation that you cannot change. It could be job, it could be external. I don't know if there's a relationship that represents something like this, but I'm getting that it's not necessarily like people-wise. This is more like things that you can't change. So it's acknowledging that there is unfairness in the way that certain things are going forward. Okay. And so here we have fire. Fire is the creative spark, creativity, passion. And in the advice, it's almost saying like, okay, there is there is a lot of waiting around maybe that you have to do, and patience. And you have to deal with this unfairness of life. But also, the advice is get that spark. Get that spark, that passion that you had not that long ago. Because it's so important to be able to create things right now. It's almost saying create. Do something that's out of the norm. Get out of your routine and start something. But it's almost saying like, yeah, get yourself out of that slump if there is a slump, and understand that you do have what it takes to change the moment into something you want it to be. And beautifully here we have Uranus echoed. So it's almost like, here this is like a kind of like a serious message, like okay, like you need to watch around you, you need to wait, and then you'll act. And then here it's like act, please do so, create, do something. But in the background, it's saying that continue to be observant, to be curious. Beautiful. And in the conclusion, we have Lotus. Lotus has beautiful symbolism in the way that the lotus flower forms. The seed comes from the murky, watery depths, and it's able to, the little seed pod or the flower bud is able to reach through the mud, through the murkiness of the water, and then goes all the way into the surface where it spreads out its leaves, and then the flower blooms, not even touching the water surface. So this is like a tranquil mind. This is a mind that is able to observe the things around them and not get affected or not be influenced so much by what is going on, because you are focusing on the sun's light, on what you can give to the world, instead of focusing on the murky, watery depths of reality. And I don't mean reality as in like, paying your bills and stuff like that. I'm saying like all of this commotion that's happening around us, all of this energetic commotion, be it politics, be it at work or something like that, if there's any immaturity displayed in the people around you. This is more focusing on the fact that you have gone through the murky, watery depths of the lower realms of reality. And then once you reach the surface, you're able to be calm about the decisions you've chosen and the actions you will continue to execute with the situations that you face. So beautiful. I'll go ahead and overview everything. Sirius is where would I fit in the future? How can I thrive instead of survive with the future that I want? Comment given is, you need to watch, you need to take the time and patience to gather all the little bits and pieces of information before you act. Factors to be considered: there are some things that are just straight up unfair. And right now, it makes sense to acknowledge that. You don't necessarily have to go down to the root of why is this unfairness happening, but sometimes it just does. Sometimes it just happens. The advice is, being able to get more creative, to get that spark of inspiration so that you can move outside of this. Okay? So that way you don't have to focus on the sky falling when it comes to certain things that are not coming into place. And at the same time, as you're creating, continue to observe. Don't just think that as soon as you have this spark of creativity, that means that you stop observing around you. You still have to continue to gather the information that you need. And here we have Lotus. this state of mind that is at peace with the decisions that they made, and that they're going forward the right path. So here, this is a very ambitious question of, okay, in the future, the place that I would have for myself in the future to make sure that I'm able to live life to the fullest. This is like the situation that I'm thinking about, or that I'm going forward in. And then the conclusion is there is this tranquility that comes with the decisions that we have made. And that comes with all of these inclinations in mind. And, when you are at peace, when you are able to say, okay, I'm not just waiting around to act, like I know what I'm doing and I know where I'm going, that's what Lotus is. Okay, beautiful, Gemini. Whew, that was such a nice reading. Anyway, I really sincerely hope that the messages that were provided will serve you in the future, or at least help you in the situation that you have now. Thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate if you are returning or if you're new. Thanks for coming. Anyway, so I'll see you next time. I have faith that you'll be able to gather all of the information and understanding the situation to be able to move forward and thrive. Thank you, Gemini. Until next time. Bye.